Welcome to the Michelle Roy Show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Michelle Roy's Show. I'm so grateful to have you here today. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about having joy in our journey. And how do we do that? How do we keep going ahead even when the tough days are with us? So get a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you like, and let's sit down for this little chat. I was thinking about it this week. It was a very difficult week for me, to be very honest, and I'm sure you faced the same, especially with winter, the months, the pain levels can be really intense. And researching about how many people live with chronic pain is actually quite astounding. So according to the World Health Organization, 1.5 billion people are estimated to live with chronic pain. That is a huge amount of people. I mean, if you think about Ireland, according to Galway Institution for Research in Chronic Pain, they estimate that 1 in 3 people here live with chronic pain. And that's very difficult. But how can we manage to still take part of life, still do the things that we like, and keep our mind positive? I think that's one of the biggest challenges, isn't it? Because it feels like a spiral that we can go into. When we're feeling depleted, we're already struggling with pain, struggling to just cope with the daily lives. What can we do? What do you do on those days? So I wanted to share a little bit with you what I do, what are my strategies, and maybe you can do some of them if you like, or just try them. Because the whole point of this podcast is to share a little bit of light with you and to show you that you can also do something each day that will help you, connect with you, and help you in this journey to make it easier. So one of the very important things is to keep our mind positive. I'm not talking about positive toxicity. I'm talking about really trying to find and reconnect with joy. But for that, we also need to keep our mind stayed on the good, on the positive, on the things that are uplifting to us. So for me, sometimes, when I need a little kick in the butt or just a spiritual guidance and nourishment, I listen to Pastor Rick Warren. I listen to Steve Furtick on his messages of hope and encouragement to trust in God. And sometimes when I need a little bit more oomph, Mike Todd will be somebody, full of energy and inspiration. But that's something that I can do that will recharge me while I'm in bed. I can just be lying down in bed and just listen to it and just allow those words, those scriptures just to come in to really encourage me and to just make me feel a little bit better. It's kind of those little doses, some people need espressos or cafezinho, as we say in Brazil, just to keep them going. So for me, that's something that I can do as well. But there are other times that I need a little bit of motivation. And you don't have to go in person to people, just try to meet up with people. While that is good, there's a lot of days that that's not possible. And so my suggestion is that you are able to find like a support group for yourself, right? And I talked about that before, but a virtual squad, Joy Squad, let's put it that way, that can help you on the days that you're not feeling well. And not only the days you're not feeling well, because it could be almost every day, but the days that you're just feeling depleted, that your body is aching, that your mind is just a mush, and that your energy is not even there. So instead of you thinking and just remembering how horrible it is, turn that around. Put something that will just take your mind off of what you're feeling at that point. And I'm not trying to say that you ignore it. We know that we're in pain. Yes, the shoulder can be hurting, the back can be hurting, the muscles can be aching, and the face can be throbbing. I get it. I do. But what can we do to divert our attention to something that's going to replenish our soul inside? And I think that's the key. And for me, one of those keys is to be listening to things that inspire me if I can't read, and have that around me so that it brings me joy, comfort. So with that, for instance, when I was saying about Christian and scriptures and pastors, those are one of the things that nourish my spirit. And sometimes I need an extra little bit of motivation. So Ed Mylett has been a podcast I've been listening for quite a few years now. One of his top fans, I have to say. When I get the recap in the end of the year from Spotify, I'm there on the top. Anyway, But it really motivates me. Just the way he speaks, it just speaks directly to my heart. And I really love that because he's down to earth. He also believes in God. He can see how important those things are. And he just wants to motivate me, or you too. But that's something that I really like to connect with. And then another one that's really nice for me, actually, yesterday I was on her book launch, virtual book launch, is Amberly Lago. So she's in the States and she just came out with this amazing book, Journey Through Joy. And she also has pain, nerve pain, and gosh, I can identify with her so much. And yet she still pushes through and she's still trying to find joy, loves dancing. You should check her out. And if you haven't seen her yet, definitely follow her and look for her book as well. I can't wait for it to arrive here. It literally just got released on the 10th of February. And yeah, another person that really sparks joy for me is Leah Key. So I've met her recently virtually, and I can't wait to meet her in person. But just her love and energy and light is just transformative. And those are the people that you need to have around you. If it's not personally, is that you're surrounding your mind, your spirit with those influences that are actually feeding your soul. I'm going to actually have Leah on my podcast coming up soon. I can't wait to share with you that because it just picks you up. And we need that, especially when we're struggling with chronic pain. We need to have an arsenal at our disposal of things that we can quickly connect with to help us on those tough days and every day, because each day we have different struggles and each day we need to overcome them. Every single day is a decision that we make to show up for ourselves. Every single day we need to stop, connect, really drink it in, things that are making us feel better. So what is it for you? What is something that you can do that really lights you up, that brings you joy again? Because the world is constantly going to give you negativity. Like, I do not listen to news. I'm sorry, I don't. If I do, it's very selective, but it's not on the go because it's just somebody died, this killed, and traffic accidents here, there. It's just negative, negative, negative. I need joy in my life. I need things that inspire me, that makes me want to get out of bed because it's a struggle as it is. Don't you feel that? So for me, I wanted to really bring this to you as well and share with you as a strategy to be able to find joy and reconnect to joy, but seeing what around you is bringing you up. Who are those people that you're listening to? Be it podcasts, audiobooks, radio stations, whatever. Really make an audit of that. Is it making you happy? Is it inspiring you? For me, when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up for my health, I love listening to Carr, and I keep talking about her because I think she's amazing. But that's exactly it. She can connect with that journey. Or Carol Register and Leanne, they have an amazing podcast as well. And they're both neurocoaches. And oh my God, do I need that? Understanding how to rewire my brain and putting positivity. And not only that, but connecting to the person that I am. So yes, Success Uniquely Yours is the name of their podcast. I'll put it all in the descriptions. So those are positive, amazing, light, joy, things that you can also listen to that can probably help you. So that's something I wanted to share with you. It's a very short podcast. It's not long, but I just really want us to be able to connect together while we are here. So what's one thing you can do? You don't have to start listening to all of these different people. No, you don't. Sometimes it's just putting on a playlist. Sometimes if I need to get out of bed properly, I put on Latin music. That makes me just feel energized again, even with the pain. And it's a choice. It is really a choice, and it comes to daily choices and small choices. And I keep going back to making my bed or getting dressed. But I can't. Like yesterday, it was my pajama days. Literally. I even shared it. If you go back on my Instagram, you will see it. I had a really tough day. I made part of my bed, and then I went back and lied down on my bed and covered myself with my blanket. And I just listened to scriptures. on repeat. Just soft, calm music with scriptures just to fortify myself because I was in such a low place. And here I am today. I'm able to do this podcast and I'm so grateful. Doesn't mean that I don't have pain. I actually had to put makeup on as well because I didn't want to scare you. But anyway, so those are the different days. I do have them and I get it. It is not easy to go through chronic pain. It isn't. But we can keep going. We can still show up. We can still help each other. We can still connect with each other and with ourselves, which is one of the most important parts. So my friend, thank you for being here. And I would love to hear what you have to say about this episode. What resonated with you? What is one thing that you will do? Who are you going to listen to? What do you listen to that makes you happy, that inspires you, that makes your heart sing with joy, that can lift you out of those blue, gloomy days? I would love to hear from you. Please do connect with me. Please also share, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this episode and the other ones too. Look, if 1 out of 3 people in Ireland are suffering with chronic pain, they need to hear this message. We want to help each other to be able to be part of life, to find joy again, and not to be isolated, because we are better together and we need each other. So let's keep sharing our story, share your light with others. May God bless you and keep you, and I would love to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.
This was the Michelle Roy Show.